next round it's going to be a little different, especially for this first heart right here, because what's going to happen is we're going to work 4 double crochets together, but for this round we will only be pulling through 4 loops on our hook, where the rest of the hearts will be pulling through 5 loops on our hook after we complete the 4 double crochets together. So like always, we insert our hook into the very next double crochet, pull our yarn through, and pull our yarn through. Chain up 3, 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 4, and chain 2, 1 and 2. Yarn over, we're skipping this double crochet like we have been. Insert your hook into the space, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for a double crochet, and chain 2. So go ahead and work these spaces like we have been. Okay, I'm coming up on my last space right here. Double crochet, chain 2, and you should have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets between the 2 hearts. Yarn over, we're skipping this first double crochet into the next double crochet, insert your hook, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 4 loops on your hook, yarn over, insert your hook into the next double crochet, pull up your yarn, yarn over, pull through 2, 5 loops on your hook, yarn over, and pull through all 5 and chain 2. Now we're going to work a double crochet into the space, skipping this last double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into the next space, and go ahead and do that all the way around. Go ahead and work that all the way around, and I'll meet you back around. I'm coming up on my last double crochets into these spaces here. That's my last one. Chain 2, and in the top of that 4 double crochet together stitch, we're going to insert our hook, pull our yarn through, and pull our yarn through. And that completes that row. And now you can see the beautiful heart that it makes. And I'll meet you back for the next one. For this next round, we're just going to chain up 5, double crochet right into that space, chain 2, double crochet into the next space, chain 2, double crochet into the next space, chain 2, double crochet into the next space, chain 2, and that's what we're going to work all the way around. So when you get to this heart right here, you're going to work a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet right into the next space. And I'll meet you back here. Okay, I'm coming up on my last couple posts here of double crochet into the spaces. Into this last one right here. And you should have 91 double crochet posts all the way around. So chain 2, and now we're going to slip stitch into the top of the 1, 2, 3 chain right there. Pull your yarn through and pull your yarn through. And that completes that round. Okay, for this next round, we're going to chain up 3. 1, 2, and 3. Work 2 double crochets into this space here. Into the next space, 3 double crochets. Into the next space, 3 double crochets. Into the next space, 3 double crochets. And we're going to go ahead and work that all the way around. In every single space, we're going to work 3 double crochets, and I'll meet you back here. I'm coming up on my last 2 spaces here. And if you're happy with just having this as a border, 3 double crochets in each, you can go ahead and put 3 double crochets into this space and 3 double crochets into this space. If you want to do the border that we are going to be doing, you need to put 4 double crochets into this space and 4 double crochets into this space to make the round divisible by 5. So we need to have it in multiples of 5, and in order to do so, we need to add 4. But if you're happy with just this, go ahead and add just 3 in each of these and slip stitch into the top of that and pull off. However, I'm going to put 4 and 4 and slip stitch into there. So that's, well, if my yarn will stay on my hook here. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And I'm going to put 4 into this one here. Oh boy, I feel my yarn is, I have a little tiny tail left, just enough. Okay, so we are going to count up 1, 2, 3, slip stitch into that top one and pull it through. And I'm just going to pull off on this yarn because I'm at the end and I'll just start fresh with a new one. So if you were going to pull off, that's what you would do. You'd slip stitch into there, pull your yarn through, yarn over and pull through again and give it a nice pull. All right, and then now we will come back and I'll show you how to do the border. Okay, so I have my tail here. You shouldn't have a tail, so you probably just slip stitched, which is fine. I'm just going to weave this in just a little so I know where my stitches are, but I also want to have this weaved in just a little bit. So I like to just come through the back, pull my yarn through. And then I'm going to pull it through there. And then it's less I have to do. Okay, so I have to attach my yarn. So I'm just going to go right into this space right here. Pull my yarn through. I like to double knot it like that and give it a nice loop there. Okay, so now I'm going to, so if you're here too, so you probably have, so pull your yarn up obviously. So go ahead and chain 1. Now into the next, we're going to, so sorry, we're not going into the next stitch, we're going to skip this stitch and we're going to skip that stitch. So if you're right on top of here, you're going to skip the next 2, 1, 2, and work a double crochet into the 3rd stitch. Chain 1, another double crochet into that same stitch. Chain 1, another double crochet into that same stitch. Chain 3, 1, 2, and 3. Slip stitch back into the top of that double crochet right there. So insert your hook, pull up your yarn, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through the loop on your hook. Chain 1, double crochet back into that same stitch. Chain 1, double crochet back into that stitch again. Now we're going to skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the 3rd we're going to work a single crochet. So no yarn over, just insert your hook, pull your yarn through, yarn over, and pull through 2. Yarn over, skip 2 stitches, 1 and 2, and into the 3rd, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 for a double crochet, chain 1, another double crochet right back into that same space, chain 1, another double crochet back into that same space, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, back into the double crochet right here, those 2 loops right there, insert your hook, pull your yarn through, and pull your yarn through again, chain 1, another double crochet back into that same stitch, chain 1, another double crochet right back into that same stitch, skip 2, 1, 2, and do a single crochet, no yarn over, into that 3rd stitch. So insert your hook, pull your yarn through, yarn over, and pull through 2, yarn over, skip 2, 1, 2, into the 3rd stitch, insert your hook, pull up your yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1, another double crochet into that same stitch, chain 1, another double crochet into that same stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, and 3, slip stitch back into that double crochet, those 2 loops right there, insert your hook, pull your yarn through the loop on your hook, chain 1, double crochet back into that same stitch, chain 1, and another double crochet back into that same space, skip 2, 1, 2, single crochet into the 3rd, and that's going to be our pattern repeat for the border. I'm going to work another one in slow motion so you can see it more clearly. And then I'll work another one with you just in regular speed so you can follow along. And then I'll meet you back over here. Okay, so go ahead and work that all the way around. I absolutely love this border. I use this border on my shawls sometimes, and I just find it so cute. And this is not my border, but I like to use it, so I'm using it in my pattern. And I can link to the, I can link this below of where I found this. It's just really pretty. So, all right, go ahead and work that all the way around, and I will meet you back here at the beginning. I'm coming up on my last few stitches here, so I want to get on camera and show you what I'm doing. And so I just made my single crochet, so I'm skipping 1, 2, going into the third. Making my pyramid stitch, I guess you can call it. I don't know what you want to call it. Picot stitch. Now I'm skipping 2, 1, 2, going into the single crochet spot. Skipping 2, 1, 2, into the third, another picot. Just don't forget to chain 1 after that picot. Sometimes people forget. So now I'm coming up where we had our first, where we first started. So we're going to skip 1, and technically we're going to just go right into where we started from. I'm going to insert our hook there, pull our yarn through, and pull our yarn through. Then we're going to yarn over and pull our yarn through the loop on our hook. And you might want to make that a little longer tail and cut it off and pull, and that completes our doily. Just so pretty. I was thinking how nice it would be to make this into a square and make it like a big granny square or something. Would be a lot of fun. So I'm just going to show you quickly how I weave in my ends. So I'm just going to put this on my hook. Hook into my needle. Sometimes I call my hook my needle, sometimes I call this a hook. It's so funny how I get them backwards sometimes. Okay, so I'm just going to slide this back down into some stitches here. And I'm just going to try to work it in behind there. And then I like to get it in between a few strands. And I'm just going to pull that down through. Nice pull like that. And then since I have a nice long strand, I can work it back around, bring it up through, and go back in through here. Just something so it has a little more space to come out of if it ever comes undone, I guess, which I hope it doesn't, but not to say that it couldn't. I'm going to go in through these, and actually I'm going to go in and go around another one like that, make like a loop, and go in through the loop with my needle and give it a nice little pull. And then go into the next And I think this is where I'm going to stop right here. Give it a nice tug and trim that off. This one I already weaved a little bit, so I'm just going to trim that like that. And then in the very beginning, I had one here, and I already worked that pretty much around, but I think I'm going to go around one more time around the loop. This is why I like this flexible needle, because I can bend it a little bit. Sometimes I work with a metal one and it's not that easy to... I'm just going to pull that through here. And then just trim it. And that's it for this pattern. I really hope you enjoyed it. And I would love to see what yours turned out like. If you can comment below where you posted it and maybe leave a link so I can see it, that would be great. And thank you again for joining me in another pattern.